Good evening! Welcome to Rise of the Runelords.
Oh.
Welcome, everybody. Who remembers what happened last time?
Barely.
Fought skeleton, and then I did the hagfish challenge.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I
lost.
think we went hunting. I don't want to confirm that. I was on
Yep.
drugs.
Yes, you went on a boar hunt with Alder and Foxglove.
Yes.
You bought us horses, and then we went back and played card games for the rest of the night.
Yes. You guys awake. It's the next morning after your big hunt and time spent going around town and being lauded as the local hero. And you awake in the Rusty Dragon, where you went to sleep, thankfully. That doesn't have any use for that.
Can everyone see themselves?
Yeah, no.
You should be able to see yourself now because you went upstairs.
My screen just a little slow. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like we should get some work.
Well, that shouldn't be very difficult at all.
Good morning. You guys getting breakfast?
Yes.
Nope, this is someone else talking to Ven, not you.
It all depends. It all depends on what everyone else is having.
Part of
But
the
yes, I'll get
No.
breakfast.
Alright, that would be 2 silver for a full breakfast.
He pays the man or woman.
Don't know where Smite
I
is.
thought it was a guy with a wig for a second.
And she goes in and starts cooking. Halfling lady comes over and knocks on the door and she pokes her head out. Oh, you guys getting breakfast too?
Yeah.
Alright, 2 silver each. Just have that ready. I'll have it out soon.
Morning.
How'd you sleep?
It was sleep.
Oh, well
So
Riveting
refreshed.
conversation.
It was a very short conversation.
Not too long goes by before she emerges with a platter and passes out some plates of some more ordinary breakfast food. You got some eggs and bacon.
Also, Smithers looks odd by eggs and bacon.
Make sure that we pair.
Yes, she would have collected the stack, assuming you guys put it together.
Yep,
Yeah, as soon as he sees what she pulls out, he slaps the 2 silver.
And you guys have a lovely morning.
Thanks for the breakfast.
She
Then waves
finger
at her.
guns and winks.
Figure guns.
Yes, she would. I guess it's more of a point and wink. About halfway into your guys' breakfast, the front door swings open, and you see a little gnome fella, little elderly-looking gnome, hobble in and start looking around, and his eyes fall on you guys. He starts making his way over. He's got an armful of sheafs of paper.
Hey, look, it's your brother.
Smithers raises an eyebrow.
You the
it really?
Sandpoint heroes?
Well, for the next day or so, I think. Yeah.
You saved my shop. I don't know if you know it, but it was right next to the gate up north. So, as a thank you, I prepared you a special map of the Sandpoint hinterlands. They lays out a map for the Sandpoint hinterlands for you.
Smithers quickly swallows his food and jumps onto the table without trying to disgruntle anybody else. I'm happy.
And if you want any more, you can come visit me. I'm my shop's called the Way North.
What do you sell?
Maps, of course.
Yeah, maps of the sky.
He looks down. Oh, you mean like a star map?
Yeah, astrology. So
Oh,
on.
I thought you meant clouds. Mapping those would be a fool's errand. Yeah, sure, I could get you an astrology map.
You see him ponder for a second, and he's you can tell he's like, cloud map. I'll be sure to check that.
Indeed. Either way, I suppose I should get out of your hair. And he
Thank
does
you.
a deep bow.
Thank you kindly, Mr.
Ah, Besnut Peru.
What?
Mr.
Besnut
Peru.
Peru. You can see his name there.
Good zoom tight.
Kind of looks at you a second and just, anyway, I'd best be going. He hobbles out.
Can you two read maps?
I can read star charts.
I recognize a couple of these landmarks, I think.
Yeah,
All right,
map.
I'll take it then.
I can put out this. You guys
Then
got
we'll take it.
the Sandpoint Hinterlands map. A lot of stuff on it.
I can read maps quite well. I forgot to put
Then takes the
to
map
geography.
and rolls it up.
That's a good idea. You have bigger pockets than I do.
And you guys eventually finish your breakfast.
Well, we gotta do something at some point. When do you all agree? Maybe we should look for something? If we
Or
wanna...
head to another town.
You what?
Or head to another town.
We were asked to stay around and stay the heroes, didn't we? By the sheriff?
Only briefly.
For a few days.
It's only been 2.
Well, he asked us that yesterday. It's only been 1, technically.
Yeah? I think we should probably do something a little more local for now, no?
You know me. I'll follow you anyway, Sika.
Smithers waves his arm. Amico. Trying to get her attention best he can.
She looks over. Yeah? How can I help you?
By chance, are any wanted boards or any bounties that we can find somewhere? At least a guild to find work.
I mean, you could probably. The only guild Sandpoint has, there's a mercantile guild if you want to, I don't know, learn how to build stuff. Sandpoint's a pretty quiet town. There's not a lot of tough work going on. But I bet if you went to the market, you could easily find somebody who needed a hand.
That's not a bad idea.
Not anything too intensive, of course.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
The sheriff might have something a little bit bigger. If I had to
Maybe.
guess.
He does pay well.
I don't know if deliveries are too small potatoes for you, juggler.
As long as I get paid, I'm
Dwarf.
fine.
Perhaps someone would want us to forage something or even deliver. Even escort. But a bounty from a sheriff may even go and provide such needs.
Is there anywhere we want to start, or maybe see if we can find a couple jobs together?
Might as well see what we can find. Be smart, just diversify.
Got it.
Just need to make coin for the world. That's all I can understand.
Honestly, I'm just here to see what you guys do. If your interests don't align with me, I'll be leaving.
Where would you head to?
Different cities. I am a juggler.
Sika downs the last of his drink and stands up. Alright, well, we should probably head off.
Cool. We can sell those horses then.
Oh,
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
got the noble from yesterday.
Oh, him. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, we should probably let's do that first. Get some extra coin.
Yeah.
What do you want to save a horse and go to the next town? Looking to then.
Eh. Horses are more money than I would like to procure.
Looking sad, like thinking like don't think I'm
He's not talking about you, you know. You're perfect the way you are.
It's inside thought though.
All right, you guys head back to the Goblin Squash stables.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Heading out there, you go right on in. You do recall, not sure if it was written down, but this guy did offer you 5 gold per pair of goblin ears you bring him.
Yes, but we
Oh,
didn't run
yes.
into any goblins.
Yes, just a good reminder.
Do have that written down in my book.
Same.
And yeah, you head over there and you see the human man there once again. Ah, here to pick up your horses?
Sell the horses.
Hmm. All right.
Well, at least me and him.
Guess you keeping yours? We talked about that.
Yeah, I can't afford to keep it at the moment.
3 horses.
That's a shame. I won't be able to give you back what you paid for it, of course.
Wasn't our money, so
Fair enough. He scrounges around behind a counter and then comes back with 3 bags of coins. And of course, goes over and makes some changes in a ledger to make sure that he marks who owns what horse. All right, they're effectively mine now. No backing out. And he hands each of you a bag of 32 gold and 5 silver.
Wow, look at that.
Sorry, repeat, how much was that?
32 gold and 5 silver. Well, if that's all, you don't have horses, you don't want horses, it sounds like you are in the wrong building, my friend.
Until we come back with goblin ears, that is.
Tell you come back with goblin ears.
Now get out of my face.
All right.
He goes
Have a good
back
day.
to cleaning some stalls. You too.
then jiggles the coins, and he looks. You actually see a bit of happiness in his smile.
All right. Market or sheriff?
Which is closer?
I prefer sheriff. That way we don't run into people thinking we're heroes.
Gate is right over here. Sheriff is all the way up there.
Looks like we have to go through the market actually to get to the sheriff. So, I guess both.
You just see Ben not look at me.
Like the whole
Alright.
point is for us to strut around and look like heroes, right?
Yeah, the sheriff's would be a better idea for that.
You guys make your way through.
Or we can look like people helping the common folk and do standard jobs. So, who knows?
Yeah, you do continue to get a good few waves and points and looks. They're a bit less fanatic now, of course, as a bit of time has gone on, but there's still a very appreciative look you're getting from everybody. And you do see some things around that could use a hand. It's mostly pretty small stuff, like there's a ship currently docked over here and people are pulling boxes from it. There's people trying to organize their goods as it's early morning and it is market day.
Should we do little things?
I'm not up for it.
All right. Well, then you go stand, look pretty somewhere, doing your juggle thing.
Are you gonna sing while you juggle, or is that not part of an act?
I don't sing. He looks dead serious at you.
Okay. I didn't know if that was part of it, or if you just expanded on any of that.
I'm gonna go see if I can help out the ship.
Okay, I'll come with you.
All right, yeah, you head on over, and you see that a fresh shipment of fruit has arrived. Quite, not super exotic, but exotic for. But actually, no, for you guys, yeah, for Sitka and Thermish, you guys probably haven't ever even seen an orange before.
I look for somebody who's in charge.
Oh yeah, you easily find a guy who's checking off a ledger and pointing out people to put things where.
Them look heavy. Do you want some help carrying them around?
He looks you up and down. If you're willing.
Yeah.
All right, just fit into rank and I'll tell you what to do.
All right.
Yeah, he starts pointing you around. Who all helps with that?
I do.
What's Smither's up to? Is Ven just juggling?
Ven is just watching them.
Damn, not even juggling.
That's why they're just helping.
Yeah, you help out for a good half hour, and the ship is soon emptied. Well, thank you for your work, good sirs.
Anytime, sir.
Yeah. Goes on with his merry way.
Well, that was a good deed. Now off to the sheriff.
Yep, off for payment.
Yep, your good deeds definitely got you something.
I wasn't gonna ask for payment anyway.
As Ven starts heading towards the sheriff.
The whole point of this was to make sure people like us. So
How long
I
did we
wouldn't want to
spend
take
doing
payment.
this?
About half an hour.
Did you make any money that half hour juggling?
I didn't juggle.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention much.
So as it shows, then we have a net income of positive reputation, whereas you have a net income of nothing.
Well, I really don't care what people think of me.
But then
Spoken like a
people
true
love you,
entertainer.
You know, pay you more.
All right. Which way you go heading there? You could go this way or this way.
That way!
This way
Yeah,
would be
left.
quicker, probably. Yeah.
Left is quest. Then it sounds like quest.
Yes. As you go by, a lovely lady, a little on the older side, comes out of what appears to be a bakery and then just kind of gives a quick gasp and hurries back inside. And as you guys continue walking, she comes out when you guys are about 20 feet by. Wait. She starts hobbling quickly towards you.
Guess we look back.
Hail.
She's got a freshly baked pie in her hands, in her oven mitts, that is.
As soon as she gets close, Yanip starts getting like close to her, sniffing the pie, and I'm like, no, you need to stop.
I just wanted to thank you. This is courtesy of the Vendor General Store. She gestures over to the building. The other end of it seems to be a general store as well as a bakery. And I was just baking this pie, and I thought that maybe you guys would like a slice.
This is a nosy pony, and it's getting up in her business.
She's like giving it a little side eye while like leaning back and holding the pie up higher.
I'm sorry, he really likes the pie, and just keeps pulling on the bridles for the horse.
I suppose I could dish out a
Why?
fifth piece.
My pony wants the pie.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
And she'll kind of look around, get out some simple rags. Not rags, it'd be like the equivalent of napkins. What do you call those? What are those called?
I want to say doily, but they're not. Handkerchief.
Yeah, like a handkerchief, but like the ones that you have at a dinner table.
A napkin.
Are these called,
Placemat?
napkins?
A placemat's where you're like, yeah,
Okay.
that's close. It's either that or a napkin.
I think it is napkin, yeah. But when I hear napkin, I think it's something disposable. Anyway, she pulls
Rag.
out some very simple napkins and like kind of half wraps the pies in them so you can hold without getting your fingers messed up.
Aluminum foil.
And she hands out some delicious blueberry pie slices to each of you, including one for the pony.
Pony's lips got all like weird pony excited.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks again. And she hurries back inside.
Thank you. She gets inside, she's like, honey, there's a mad pony.
We need to leave.
Now!
You guys
Oh.
continue.
Yeah.
Ooh. Not a big fan of blueberries.
I just had breakfast. I'm gonna hold it out for the pony.
The pony eats it.
Pony goes for it. You see his face all blue.
Blue lips.
After I watch everyone else eat the pie, I'll take a bite.
I eat it out of consideration for who cooked it, but that's about it.
Oh, it's pretty good, Vin.
There's a good pie.
This is your kind of pie.
Me and Sika just aren't used to berries.
Well,
You're
Blueberries,
used to
at least.
berries, but the berries you guys have are probably like, because they're not like the sort that have been like grown for years to be eaten.
What?
Yet, in most
Yeah.
volcano fields, the berries would become a lot lusher than the ones over here.
We're used to tart.
Yeah, but I'm thinking
Yeah.
like they're like wild berries. Soon you arrive at the Sandpoint Garrison. And you notice the pair of guards that are standing in front of it look particularly terse, a little nervous. And then they see you and then get even more nervous.
See a bloodstained looking pony. It's just blueberry.
Blue blood stain. It's like he ate a blue pixie or something.
hail, friends.
I got a map for this one.
What's up? How's it going?
It's going. This one says.
Is the sheriff in?
Yes, but he is seeing someone right now.
Ah, when did that start?
I guess
this
is
morning.
he more important than the heroes?
It's not good to throw weight. Don't do that.
Eh,
I
Might as
can
well.
I may ask.
Might as well use it while we can. We'll lose it eventually.
This one hurries inside, and then comes back only about like 10 seconds. He actually would like to speak with you.
Perfect.
Huh. First time that's happened.
Somebody wants to speak to you.
The door in front of you is left open, and you see Sheriff Hemlock with a couple of other folks.
This is where I dismount my pony, though.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm guessing you leave the pony outside, or you leave it inside.
He comes inside, but not outside.
Okay.
Hail, sheriff.
Well, quite convenient time you arrived here. I was just about to send for you. Over here, you see a rather haggard, tired-looking elf. Shalilu, this would be the most recent goblin slayers of Sandpoint. Goblin slayers. This would be Shalilu. She is a indispensable ranger that we rely on for news of the lands. She looks over to you and gives you a nod.
Then just gives a wave, half-hearted wave.
I give her a hearty wave.
She would give a tired smile and a wave at that.
What did you say your name was?
Shalelu, I can reveal it. Oh, and you probably know already, but this would be the mayor of Sandpoint, Kendra Deverin. And she gives a brief smile and a nod. Thank you very much for your help on the Swallowtail Festival.
Of course.
Get some seriously Lannister vibes from that haircut. I'm sorry.
Where is this? Ah, there it is. So, Shalelu, why don't you tell them what you told me? She nods and looks over. I've been looking around in the area at my main specialty is I track the goblins and make sure they're not doing anything too crazy, but they've been acting very strange lately. I noticed that some of the main goblin tribes are empty, and many of them seem to be merging into one. And normally this wouldn't be a very big
How
problem, as they're
Bad
just
would
goblins.
that be?
The goblins are relatively harmless in their own tribes because it's a small number, but we're talking upwards of hundreds of them.
So they're making an army. That's nice.
And they've already
Yes.
attacked the town once.
She nods. And I fear that that was only the smallest of the things that they're going to send at us. After looking around, I've determined that I'm pretty sure there's someone in charge of them. The goblins don't organize themselves like this. Even some tribes can hardly stick together with all the infighting. Someone stronger had to come in and force them into shape.
We did find evidence of someone assisting from inside the town.
And that's as I feared. Yeah. Anyway, that's the brunt of it. There's five goblin tribes now working together, so that's something that we need to consider now. Already, there's been a farm that was burned down just the other day between the mosswood and the thistletop. Hemlock kind of nods, and in order to ensure the town is protected, I've decided to head off to Magnamar and seek extra aid. Unfortunately, this will be a few-day trip, leaving no one here, which is why I was hoping I could rely on you for. Just to keep an eye on the town, make sure that nothing...
You're putting us in charge of the town itself?
Just in terms of... As the sheriff, right? My main career is to make sure that the people are calm and that problems get solved. You've already proven that you're quite good at keeping people calm and solving problems. My men will handle themselves. They'll be able to handle all of the normal patrols. I have a regiment planned out for that. I just need you to be maintaining a public presence once again. I cannot underappreciate how helpful it's been that you've been maintaining a presence. If it weren't for you, I don't think that anyone here would be very happy about the raid still. If anything, you've helped turn it into something of a joke, which I greatly appreciate. I know it's a big ask. Feel free to ignore.
Well, Gish, you ever think we'd
Ow.
become lawmen?
How soon do you need an answer?
Not really.
What was that, Spiders?
How soon are you going to need an answer from?
I should be back within 3 days. It's not too much of a trip if I use ferries.
She's hoping for an immediate answer.
Oh. You mean...
That was
Kendra?
both questions actually. So yeah, thank you. I just phrased it incorrectly. Thank you.
I thought the guard was the captain was talking.
Yeah, that was Sheriff Hemlock, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Not.
to be clear, we're not going to be here to enforce laws. We'll just be here in case more goblins show up, basically.
Yes, or if anything... I mean, I would appreciate it if you were to witness a crime to put a stop to it, but... that's still under my men's jurisdiction. You don't have to do that. Just any larger threats, anything that seems further than the normal.
Anything
But-
outside influenced, essentially.
Yes.
I'm not against helping any other fellow beings, but as we're all making our way in this world, is there a form of compensation for us?
Then
He
Quinset
looks
Smithers-
over at Kendra Deverin. I should be able to put something together. For 3 days of this, how does 500 gold sound for a lot of you?
I'd say
That'll
sign
do.
me up.
It's
Okay.
125 gold each.
It would be, you know what? Let's make it 600 so it's easier to divide.
That's why the
Uh,
shakes.
That would be 150 gold each.
mm.
That'd be fine by me.
Out of character. I was totally expecting like maybe 4 or 5 gold, like a
Yeah.
gold per day.
Yeah.
I was
Uh,
expecting a guard salary.
Sold.
Hey, you guys are not knowledgeable about money, so
It's a bit different when watching over things for that long. And also, it's partially to thank you for all that you've already done.
Any goblins show up, they'll get their heads smashed in.
Good. If you ever need to speak with me, I stay in the town hall, which is just across from here. And
Alright.
she gives a brisk nod and makes to head out.
just walk over Smithers.
No, I'm assuming you guys part for her.
She full on shoulder checks him. Move, bitch!
What do you
Pumps him
mean
out of the way.
shoulder? She knee checks him.
You're right. She just knees him in the face.
If you guys
Oh,
want to
pardon
know...
me, Smithers. I just needed to get by.
This elf gets up. If you guys want to know more about the goblins in town, I can let you know, but probably off of the sheriff's time.
How close are they?
It depends on the goblin tribe. There's 5 of them.
You also just said goblins in town. There are goblins in town.
I'm guessing you're saying near town.
Did I say in town?
Yeah, you totally said in town.
Oops. Goblins around town. The goblins around Sandpoint. The Sandpoint hinterland goblins. Sorry, I'm very tired. I don't normally come back this soon.
Well, after what you saw, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Sheriff, unless there's anything else.
Nope, I'm going to be getting my stuff together so I can be leaving post haste.
All right, I think we'll get out of your hair.
Thank you. He gets up and starts putting some weapons together.
Then start walking out.
Sicko
And
will push Smithers if he's not leaving. Come on.
And I'd grab the pony.
yeah, you guys
Shuffle them out.
make your way out. So, you guys got a good drinking hole?
Rusty Dragon is where we've been staying.
Good. That's my favorite. It'd be a good place to sit down and talk and not within earshot of all these people who would, I'm sure, love to gossip about all the different things going on with the goblins.
Yeah, middle of the day, everybody's at work.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Stable the horse. That's my reason for it on the screen. Yeah, she heads in and Ameko sits up. Oh, Shlelu, I wasn't expecting to see you so soon. Yeah, it's big stuff. Don't worry about it. Big stuff. Don't worry about it. All right, sounds good. She Lug's clearly worrying about it.
Sicko will grab a chair from this table and sit here.
All right, yeah. All right. So there's 5 main goblin tribes in the hinterlands. And I'm not sure if all of them are working together. Some of them I'm pretty sure are not really involved, and if they are involved, it's not really worth worrying about.
Which one attacked us last?
That would have been a combination of many of them from what the reports I heard.
If you just heard me scream, my dog bit my foot.
I thought you.
Oh, I was
thought you
wondering what that
sneezed. I was
was.
like,
Yeah.
oh, perfectly cut scream. I was like,
I thought that was
okay.
a sneeze.
No, my dog. I was
Ouch.
moving my foot back and forth like I usually do, and my dog ran up and bit it.
Nice.
Oh, they probably thought it was a funny toy.
Yeah, she usually does. She likes my when I'm wearing socks.
Dang dogs. Anyway,
My bad.
so the closest goblins are the bird cruncher goblins, which are thankfully the least aggressive. They tend to keep to themselves, and even if you do go through their area, they typically hide. In that sense, they're probably my favorite goblins. They have the most sense. However, there are the lick-toed goblins to the south in the Brainstump Marsh. They're horrible pests and can swim better than rats. And the seven-tooth goblins of Shanks Wood are the ones I'm not super worried about, although they might be arming them. They tend to make frequent visits to the Sandpoint Cliffside and rummage through the junkyard over there and make off with anything they can get their stupid little hands on and make weapons with. Then there's also the Mosswood goblins, which are the biggest concern. They are by far the largest and have the most goblins around. Typically, they're held back significantly by how much infighting goes on, but now their place lies empty. And finally, there are the Thistletop goblins, who live on the Nettlewood coast atop a small island. They are, frankly, the hardest for me to scout on, considering the small island. So that's what we're dealing with, but all of them together does make for a considerable force.
So from the sounds of it, the biggest problem is probably going to be Shankswood and Mosswood.
Yeah.
And maybe Thistletop if they're able to get in contact, but the
My biggest fear
Marsh
is that-
is very far away.
Yes, Brainstump Marsh is very far. I'm not too worried about them. And even if they do have them, I suppose they could be a threat with the waterways. But the main thing I'm most concerned about is that I'm pretty sure that at the very least all of the northern goblin tribes are in contact with each other in some way. Because I've seen Thistletop goblins with seven-tooth goblins. And one final thing I should probably let you know, just to keep an eye out. Not all goblins are created equal. Some are surprisingly hard to kill, or are able to live long enough to make a name for themselves. And I figured I should probably let you know who among them you should be keeping an eye out for, especially if you are able to kill them. There may be a bounty on their heads.
So these guys are going to be bigger than usual.
Either bigger or
Smarter.
some goblins are smarter, yeah. Some have the patience to learn magic, which immediately makes them a much bigger threat.
Goblin shooting lightning. That's terrifying.
Indeed. The first goblin hero, she air quotes, would be Big Gugmut, who is a unusually muscular goblin who, from the rumors I've heard from goblins, is that his mother was a wild boar and his father was a hobgoblin. I don't know how accurate that is, I doubt it, but
Perfect match.
perfect match indeed. The next one would be Corvus, who was a champion of Seven Tooth Tribe. He had a very short temper and started to grow in power after he had found a magical longsword that was not sized for him, but didn't stop him. He actually vanished several months ago, so I wouldn't have to worry about him. They say that he found a secret hideout, although others think he just died.
This comes with a huge army. That'd be...
If he is in the army, then he might be worth looking after. The next hero, air quotes, is actually a hero to everyone but that goblin tribe. There's a goblin named Vorka who is of the Licktoad tribe and has a reputation for cannibalism and magic. Thankfully, that means goblins are being eaten and not people. So I'm willing to take that any day.
Cannibal.
It's a goblin cannibal. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, I consider them an actual hero. A goblin that kills goblins is all right by me. The next
Unless
one
he
would be
eats humans and
if they eat both, then that's still better than a normal goblin. Actually, I'd say that's still better. Anyway, the next one would be Rip Nugget, who's the current leader of the Thistletop Goblins. Who all I know is that everyone is jealous of him due to the location of his of their tribe. It's a very tall island. It's very difficult to get onto if you're not using the bridge.
so infighting might happen. Hopefully,
Hopefully, that would be the goal. But from the most concerning thing is that because sometimes goblins have tried to work together before. It always ends in backstabbing. I haven't seen any of that. That's why I know a goblin isn't behind this. Someone way smarter is. And the last one I know of, who I have a personal vendetta with, would be Bruthasmus, who is a bugbear who has a tendency of collecting elf ears. So, he's been seen in the
What's
area
his name?
lately. Bruthasmus. I can copy and paste all these names for you. There you go.
Is there any way you could pull up the Sandpoint Hinterlands map as a background map where like we have our characters?
I sure can.
Okay, so we have goblins here in Bristle Stump. You said the bird crusher. Where are they at?
Bird crunchers are. They live on the western edge of the Devil's Platter, so to here.
I guess Ben would take out the map for all this.
Where was the campfire? Where was the farmhouse that was burned?
The farmhouse that was burned was between Shankswood and Mosswood, so it would have been probably near the Tors. Over here. Shalelu leans back. So that's really all I've got to say. I'm gonna go back out there first thing tomorrow morning. Probably might leave it the night actually if I sleep now.
Where are you going to be heading to first?
I'm gonna see if I can get any word from. First, I'm gonna head to not Mosswood, and I'm gonna see if I can find anything at Thistletop.
Sorry.
You're good.
Stop by the pit on your way.
I can do that.
The pit is almost dead center for a lot of this.
I've heard weird things about it, but I can take a look. If I do find anything there, I'll be sure to come right back.
What is the pit?
It's a strange hole.
Hmm.
I believe it leads to a cave system. I haven't gone in there myself, but rumor has it that, well, it's where the Sandpoint Devil sleeps. Though I don't personally believe the Sandpoint Devil's real.
Devils. You think it could be uniting the goblins?
The Sandpoint Devil, from the rumors, isn't an actual devil. More of a horrible animal.
Do the goblins know about the Sandpoint Devil?
I'm not sure. I've only heard of it between, rumor mongering people around a campfire sort of thing. I think it's just a ghost story.
Because if someone pretends to be the Sandpoint Devil, would the goblins follow him?
Do you think someone's trying to scare them?
I mean, all you really need to gain control of a goblin is to just show that you're stronger than it. they're weaklings and are easy to push around. So theoretically, I think someone probably could pretend to be the Sandpoint Devil, but they'd be better off pretending to be a number of other things, namely a particularly strong goblin or a bugbear or anything like that would be much better for command and control and much easier to disguise as.
Won't draw attention.
I mean, they could easily use the goblins to distract people.
I mean, that is true. I don't know why they would need 5 tribes of goblin distractions, though.
Maybe it's something bigger.
It could just be a real big distraction. I mean, hey, that's what I'm hoping to find out when I head out. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to be going to start my sleep.
All right. Hey, when you get back, let us know. Drinks will be on me.
Perfect. I'll need it. She gives a smile and heads off without ordering a room, as from what seemed early, seems like she and Meg are good friends. And you guys find yourself about. What do you do?
After she leaves. So why would someone use goblins to steal something from a dead body or take a dead body?
They're loud. Cause a big distraction.
So what was the dead body?
Does it have connection to that thing you
priest.
found?
What, the robes? No. I'm just trying to think.
No.
They're using the goblins, so...
Yeah, but you don't think the robe has anything to do with it.
It wasn't evil. He said it wasn't. Short Stack said it wasn't.
Why would it being evil be important?
Typically, items aren't evil. Although, if an item is evil, that's how you know it's really bad.
I just thought maybe, an item might give us a clue to either who was in the coffin or who took it. Somebody
Ow.
left that behind.
Out of character. What's the next biggest city to Sandpoint, if not bigger?
That would be Magdamar, which would be Sandpoint's mother city, basically.
Which is
West.
east a bunch of ways.
West. It's not super far, actually. That's where it's only a 3-day trip, and that's where Sheriff Hemlock's heading to.
Do you think they're going to be doing something to McNamara then? If they're trying to make something that big, why go for something so small like Sandpoint?
Well, whatever they needed was here. They might... Do you think they were looking for the cloak? And it got lost?
Is it even that old?
The cloak?
Yeah, the robes.
No, the cloak. The robes seem quite nice.
But it was also magical, right? So magic can keep it nice.
That is true. I guess at the time of picking it up, though, there would have been an obvious amount of less dust on them.
Exactly. It could have gotten left behind or lost.
In a corner? I doubt it.
It was there for a reason.
Those who have detect magic, you can try another spellcraft every day to try to identify it.
I could do that!
Wait, do you?
I thought I
You
could.
don't have detect magic. You have detect evil.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, paladins.
the only
don't
one
get
that has
magic.
detect magic is...
Thrimish.
You'd also have to pull it. You'd have to convince him to pull it out.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
If it's on him, he can detect it. But you're still not able to parse it. Although you do
Wow.
know that there's probably someone in town who could.
Are there any other buildings that we don't know what they are? Because maybe they're going for one of those.
You don't know what most of the buildings in Sandpoint are.
Then you can still have that map.
But no, that might though.
Which map? I have 2 maps.
Oh, the one in the town.
No, I don't think you guys have a map of the town.
No, I don't. I think I have a map of the world,
Yep,
area.
like-
but
Yeah,
that's
like
it.
the area.
And then I have the hinterlands that we just got.
That's the one I'm thinking of. That's not important then.
That one's in the handouts if you
You think maybe they?
want to see it.
Do you think maybe the priest might recognize it if it was on the body?
We showed it to him yesterday.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not recognize it.
That fish did something to you, didn't it?
What? The hagfish?
Yeah, the hagfish.
Are you drunk?
I am definitely not.
Not you. Short stack.
No.
Why'd you even bring up the hagfish?
Out of confusion.
Well, I'm gonna go spend some time with the priest, maybe. See if I can learn more up there.
Alright. I guess I'll go get the stupid rope checked out.
All right. What method are you using to check out the robe?
I'm gonna try to find a shop that sells magic items.
Smithers goes with Ven unless he objects.
You can do a diplomacy check to gather information to find one, unless you get a map.
Guys, we've done what we should never do. We split the party.
Doing it in a town
you.
is fine usually.
Technically,
Yeah.
it is okay at some points, like if you're surveying the area and then quickly coming back.
Guys, I gotta go use the bathroom. Never split the party.
Yeah.
Rita's looking out for the other dude taking a squat in the woods.
A whole army standing around a guy.
Guys, I appreciate it, but I don't think triangle formation is necessary at this moment.
Ooh, even using your charming wiles, Ven, you're having a hard time getting information out of people.
And I keep wandering the town trying to find a stupid magic shop.
Yeah, Smithers is there. Smithers, do you want to try with Ven?
Yeah, I'll help him out.
Yeah, you can do diplomacy as well.
My character sheet, no!
happened?
Goodbye.
I accidentally hit the back button earlier and I forgot I pulled it up.
I really rolled a 2.
That's you rolling a
Whoa.
2?
That was
Level
a
1?
two.
That
Yeah.
was me rolling a 2.
Man, that feels like a Scott character.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Didn't
Yeah, for
Scott
level
at level
one.
1 have like a plus 12 in stealth?
Oh!
I've had a few characters like, oh damn, that's Smithers.
Shit!
Yeah, Ven starts to like kind of talk to people, and some people are kind of put off by his sour mood. But then Smithers, you're just kind of like, so where can I get this thing identified? And then immediately, just like someone's like, oh yeah, you want that? I hear the House of Blue Stones has the lady down there can identify stuff pretty well.
He only remembered blue because the pony has a blue lip.
Ah! House of Blue Pony, Blue Stones, Blue Stones.
I remember! Well, thank you. I appreciate your cooperation.
Yeah, no problem. Now that is on the map.
He goes back to Jackson's like, sorry, buddy, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, what's magic? And I take it you head there.
Guess so.
As you arrive, you do see a rather ornate and out of place building. And the inside that does not have a door is a large open chamber, and a lady who's in there kind of steps out. She's wearing very loose-fitting clothing, like a monk would. Oh, hello. How can I help you?
We need to get something identified.
Oh, I can help you with that then. Do you mind if I charge a small fee, as I do need to use scrolls for this? It'll only be 12 gold.
Not at all.
Do you pay her?
Sweats. I think I have enough gold. Let me check.
We just got 20. Oh no,
No,
you
he
did.
did not.
Oh wait, that's true. Yeah, you
no.
didn't get the money yet.
Yeah, we did not get paid yet.
Mm-hmm.
We would be happy to pay, but unfortunately, due to the circumstances, our pay will not be back until 4.
Isn't there a less chargeable fee?
I owe you.
Do
I'm gonna try
diplomacy.
to
Yeah, yeah.
diplomacy.
A
Can I
less
assist?
chargeable fee.
Do advance. Wait, Jackson, do you have
She is a female too, so I get a
Yeah,
bonus.
you get a +1.
Okay, do it. It's sexist, but do it.
Oh, Brody, if you
Well,
roll as
technically,
well, you can.
Their gender doesn't matter. It's just that if they are interested in men, then there's then you get the bonus.
Oh, wait, do I get the bonus then too? Or do I not
no, it's a
count?
specific.
Are
it's a
you
specific-
interested in Ben?
It's a trait that Ven has.
Oh, I was like, is the lady like that? She was like, oh.
Oh,
Dude.
nice. 21.
Come
She
on,
she kind of looks you up and down,
heroes.
gives you like a tiny crack of a smile in a very from a very stone expression. You're the heroes of Sandpoint, aren't you?
That is correct.
All right, I'll do it for free this once.
Thank you.
And she holds out her hand for the item.
Brings out the magic robes.
Yeah, she pulls out a scroll, reads off of it, and then examines the robes for a bit. Ooh, I hope you didn't pay for this.
No.
Okay, good. This would be a robe of bones, but it's out of uses. She hands it back.
What does it do?
Well, normally it would be made with a few sets of bones attached to it, and then by ripping the bones off of the robe and then throwing them down, you could have it manifest a skeleton.
Is there a way to recharge it?
Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to recharge it without the same sort of magic used to create it, so...
How much could I sell it for?
At this point, it's just a robe that is hard to break, so I'd say, I don't know, might be able to sell it for like 10 gold.
Smithers, like, lightly elbows him. I bet we can push 20 if you don't tell people it's magic.
Ben ignores him. Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm. You guys have a nice day now. And she heads back in.
But smooth talking.
We're selling then. So if it's useless.
Might as well, but good job making sure we don't have to pay a fee for that.
We do have some tricks of the trade. Guess we start heading to the cathedral.
Smithers looks and just see how charming Ven really looks.
He's got a rugged charm. Because he's got a roguish charm.
And he can see the appeal. He sees that now.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, does he get a +1 to diplomacy against Smithers now?
Does he?
Maybe, I don't know.
Is Smithers swings both ways or anyway?
Anyway.
Oh,
Oh, on a
he
D20,
swings-
no.
I don't know. I feel like evens, that could split both ways. He could swing. I don't know. No one's that straight or gay.
You what? Yeah, that's fair. I would do a D10.
Yeah, D10. Let's see how far this goes.
Yeah, a D10. Middling would be bi.
He sees the appeal, but not his
Okay.
flavor. You know
I'm
what
just
I'm
glad
talking
another one of your characters hasn't fallen in love with me.
about?
Meanwhile, or before all that happened, Sika and Thermish, you guys arrive at the chapel, or the cathedral.
Gish, you came with?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I went with Sika.
And shortly after you arrive, Absolar Xantis welcomes you with open arms. Oh, good to see you! My favorite helpers around the area.
I was wondering if you still needed help with sweeping.
Oh, I could always use the help cleaning up.
And maybe we could chat a little bit more about maybe kind of what's around, what's in the graveyard.
Hmm. Sure.
See if I can get anything else.
That's sure. He seems to be a little bit more dour about that, but he cheers up a bit once you start cleaning.
Oh yeah, I start sweeping immediately, picking up little bits of trash.
Yeah. You
All
do. There's always new stuff to clean, as it does seem like the less fortunate are allowed to sleep in the cathedral.
And I just ask him a couple questions, trying to get a little bit, any information he's willing to give me about the tomb we were in, like the other people in the tomb.
Hmm. Well, the other people there are a bit before my time, before I had arrived in Sandpoint. However, the I need to pull up the thing so I don't give any misinformation. The body that's missing was the body of, where is it? Ah, yes. The body that went missing was the body of the beloved priest Ezekiel Tobin and his daughter, she wasn't buried there, but she had also passed away in the same fire that burned down the original cathedral.
His daughter did?
His daughter passed away as well, yes. It was an unfortunate circumstance. The people around here referred to that and the murders that were happening in the area at the time, or in Sandpoint at the time, as the late unpleasantness. It's something that we have been trying to put behind us. Something that this cathedral being finished was supposed to be a symbol of it finally being long gone, but I believe the goblin attack may have soured that a little.
What, was the unpleasantness ever solved?
Oh, yes. Oh, it's a morbid tale, if you want to hear it.
If it has anything to do with the case.
Well, in that case, I don't think it does. It's, well, it had nothing to do with the cathedral itself. It was simply, another string of murderers, and someone who the town thought was a friend of the town turned out to be, well, not that.
Who was him? Who were they?
They call him the Chopper. He, although his real name was Jervis Stutt. He was a beloved artisan. He had a very peculiar way of carving birds on things he found. It became a sort of a badge of honor to have your house be carved a bird on by him. They called it sporting a Stutt. But, well, after it was found out that it was him doing the killings, and every sign of a bird on a building or a fence post was removed. Even the small island to the north that he used to live on, called Chopper's Isle, no one's dared build anything there. It was a morbid time when the guards chased him back after discovering that he had murdered the sheriff at the time. After seeing what they saw in his home there, we had it caved in and had Stutt himself burned and had his ashes blessed and spread. It was not a pleasant time.
Was it the headlock that took over for
Hemlock, yes.
Hemlock?
Yes, it was under Mayor Deverin's suggestion, he ended up becoming the next sheriff.
Thank you, Bishop.
I hope it helps at all.
It might. Who knows?
And you continue cleaning, I'm guessing.
Yep, Sika will finish doing some sweeping, and then go place 2 gold coins on the Desna shrine before going to leave.
Right.
While
I
we're
was
at the
using press.
cathedral. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Trent.
You go first.
Oh, I was gonna ask if there's a Rastral devotion station.
I believe there is. Let me double check. It should be written here. Yes, there is. They have one for Abadar, Desna, Erastil, Gazra, Sarenrae, and Shellen.
Wow. I'd probably say like by the time the other party's finished, we'd catch up to them and pay respects to Astral. I don't know. I don't
Yeah, I was gonna say that you guys arrive at about the same time that they're starting to leave. So you kind of run into each other at the entrance.
Time to pay
there you
respects,
are.
yeah.
Well, I found out why they had skeletons and we couldn't find their footsteps. This is a robe of bones.
That summons skeletons?
Not anymore. So they just dumped it.
Dried up.
Well, that's a clue at least.
What did you find out?
I learned more about the priest. Apparently he was murdered.
Or the priest was killed in the cathedral fire.
Away you go.
His daughter was murdered.
His daughter was also killed in the cathedral fire.
Oh.
He was just talking about the reason why he brought up the killer was that was very close to the time that the cathedral also burned down. Which is why they kind of blanket the two situations under the same thing, being the late unpleasantness.
Oh, well, I learned a few things. Probably not going to be super useful, but apparently around the time the priest died, there was a string of murders. The guy who was causing the murders was, in fact, burned alive and ashes blessed. So there's no way he could have any involvement.
Yeah, did you tell about the island or?
He did have a island home, apparently, but they collapsed it.
Is it near here or anything?
Yeah, up north.
Yeah, as you guys look, there it is. Chopper's Isle.
Guess we could check it out. We're not doing much.
The sheriff's still in town until later tonight, right?
He was leaving as soon as possible, so he's probably gone by now.
What time would you say it is now?
It's like 3.
Well, I think we could probably spare a couple hours.
And then do a nighttime patrol.
Stay out late and get a late night snack for the evening.
I don't think we need to stay out too late. I think if anything happens, we'll hear about it.
Then suggest we go to the Isle. And he clicks his heels to get Yinip going.
Alright, yeah. You guys ride and walk your way over to the Isle. On your way, you pass by the junk beach. You see a pile of junk, broken chairs, and useless tools, and you see a handful of men tossing them down into the beach below.
You think they would melt those chairs?
Is,
Is it just wood or is it?
It's mostly wood stuffs.
is this
You think-
where they said Seven Tooth would scavenge from?
Yes.
They have a way right into the city right here.
Yeah, this one.
What the junk beach is, it's a very steep cliff where they're just piling junk up down at the bottom of it. You would have I think I mentioned it, but you would have seen goblins jumping to their deaths from here. It's a very steep hill, or a tall.
Tall enough to kill someone if we jumped off.
Yeah.
But they could swim to the other shore there. No, and make their way around?
I mean, yeah, but at the same point, they'd have an easier time just swimming across here or walking across the bridge.
Well, you at least have guards on the bridge. We probably don't over here, right?
Yeah, that's fair. But they do have people looking down there.
Also,
In
to
fact,
get also to
do a
get to there, they have to
perce-
come from here.
That is true.
How good are goblins at swimming?
Yeah. Specifically, the the brine stump goblins are pretty good, but otherwise,
Seven Tooth must be decent at least.
yeah, or at least good at climbing along the edge.
Hmm. Oh, there could be small pathways.
But you do find a bit of a steep ledge over here next to the old light, which is this massive. But people, you've definitely heard people theorize that it is a old Thessalonian lighthouse. Now it's collapsed and hardly there, but it's still a very big base. And around the old light, there is a very steep climbing zone that you can clamber down without issue. You can take 10 and be fine. It won't make you roll for it. And soon you find yourself at the base of Chopper's Isle. It is a bit of a plateau shape island. You'll have to do some clambering to get up. Or any other method if you have any other things you wanted to try.
No time like the present.
Nah, my cone of flame is not strong enough to push me up.
Guess you ever get better at climbing?
I don't think so.
You want a boost?
I don't.
Please.
Think you can
It's like a 15-foot ledge.
I'll at least boost him up onto a higher point that he can start from.
Yeah.
Smithers then climbs on top of him from then.
Oh, yep, sure.
Do a climb check. As you are climbing people, that is actually
Climb.
difficult.
Climb.
Oh, yeah, you're able to get on top of Thermos. You're like 3 feet from the ledge.
Can he jump it?
You could do a climber and acrobatics to try to make the distance. That was a
It's the
craft
same
check.
thing. It's the same thing.
I'll let you keep that nat 20. Either way, 17 would have worked. You're able to clamber up the rest of the 3-foot way, and you're at the top.
He then lends a hand down.
Okay, that's fine. Thermos, do you trust this gnome's hand?
I have no other option but to trust it.
All right. You can do a climb with a +2 for being assisted by Smithers.
Yeah. No, come on, man.
That's not bad enough to fall. You're struggling there on Sika's shoulders.
I'm also pushing him up from below with my arms.
Can I roll to help him pull
You know what?
him up? Because it's like the reaction of it, I guess.
With Sika helping too, that'll be another +2. So that'll be an 11, and you are able to get up with that.
Yay!
As you clamber up the side, being pulled up by Smithers.
He pats you on the back.
Ven, are you self-independent, or,
That
Might as well
sounds.
climb.
what did he say?
Might as well climb.
Are you climbing up your own then?
I guess so.
All right.
Alright, I'll go up with him.
Sika, you. Oh, nice.
Then.
Both of you climb up this. Sika, you've freaking Cinderlands. You've freaking leapt over boulders during the cinder chases. This is nothing.
You climb this wall with your feet.
Ven also, I don't know. Does Ven have a history of, I don't know, having to jump fences?
Probably.
Yeah, you're able to get a good running start, run up the wall
Gotta
a little bit.
escape somehow.
Gotta hurdle the pissed off people.
And you do get a bit of a creepy aura, although you quickly realize upon reaching the top that the aura is only there because of just how this place clearly has not been visited in a while. But once you get here, you do find that it is quite a lovely little natural spot. There's some birds going around and a squirrel running up a tree or two.
Start looking for the house they were talking about.
It doesn't take long. You eventually find a path that seems to lead to a random spot on the edge of the cliff. You're not sure how they would have gotten up from there. But you are able to follow the path to a collapsed and burnt structure.
I'm guessing overgrown with grass and stuff now.
Partially, yeah. It has been 5 years.
Can I check and see if anyone's been here lately?
Sure, you can do a perception or a survival. You don't see any signs.
But she got a perception on the 20.
Could I assist?
You could roll your own perception. Ooh. Looking around Thrimish and Smithers, the only signs you see of people being here is you find some like rabbit droppings among some of the wreckage. Smithers specifically, as you're kind of digging through a little bit, you find a very old, charred wooden bird.
Anybody who'd been here would have been passing only very soon.
And of course, you guys also find the way that would have been down into a basement of sorts. However, it has been thoroughly caved in. It's essentially a small square into the ground and then rubble.
There's no way to get into that, is there?
It doesn't look like there's much left to get into.
Is
Probably take
there
a
any
while.
like caches or pantries that we can find that we can get food from?
I mean, with your survival of 23, you could also just have that extend to you finding some supplies nearby, but you wouldn't be able to get any from the, not from the,
Broken down
Basement.
house.
Not
Yeah,
necessarily
not from the
this,
house.
but like the area.
yeah, Smithers, you find a couple of good berry bushes. Maybe some wild carrots.
Just,
BRB, guys.
And Thermish, you too, if you desire to do the same thing. It is a rare opportunity to to enjoy a natural scene like this.
gathering.
Yeah, I'd gather a bit.
It's unfortunate such a beautiful place was a home to such a terrible person.
Well, now it's home to no one no more.
Neither of you found anything?
Smithers holds up his gathering of berries.
I hold up mine.
Yeah, you definitely do find some you find a pretty good amount of like wild onions and carrots and stuff. Because with that survival roll, that was enough to find food to feed like all of you today.
We can make a fairly good stew with this evening. I think I have a kettle. If not, surely we could buy one in town this evening. Or perhaps go and produce it for the inn.
Good.
He then holds up a carrot and an onion to Yanip, and he takes the carrot.
Oh yeah, Unip devours, getting their minerals.
Well, I don't think there's any use in staying here then.
Not really.
Unless we really want to dig that out, but that'll probably take a long time.
All night, most of the morning.
We do have time to burn, but they also did ask us to watch the town.
Yeah, and I don't know how well we can hear the screams from here.
I think
Yeah,
we're
there
trying
is
to
a-
avoid the screams.
There are some pretty loud waves hitting the junk beach. which just makes the whole place a bit more relaxing, honestly.
Maybe we'll see if I don't know. He lets that thought slide away, and then we'll start walking back.
Here's a weird question. What season is this right now?
It is late summer, early fall.
Okay, so it's pretty sunshiny if it's like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's very sunshiny, and all the leaves are a nice golden color.
We got plenty of daylight to spare, I suppose. I'll go see if anyone else needs help. If not, patrol. As he used patrol with air quotations.
Alright. You will need to do a acrobatics or a climb to get down now.
Kia!
I'm gonna aid Gish's getting down. I'll get down first and then like catch him.
Oh yeah, that works.
Okay.
Spiders, you're able to climb down easily enough. And Thermish. Yeah.
Going down's a lot easier than going up.
Sick is just
Absolutely.
at the bottom, open arms, like, I'll catch you!
Ven's got a +0. I'll roll for him. Although he might have a better... Oh, you know what? 18. He's fine. As you guys do get to the bottom, you notice up at the top of the junk beach edge, you see a kid kind of like looking down at you and like shading his eyes to get a good look at you.
I give him a wave.
He kind of like stares for a little bit and then ducks away.
Which way does he duck? Or is it just like disappear?
It's hard to tell because you're pretty far down compared to here.
What happened?
On your way back, you saw a kid looking at you and then he went away.
They
We
found-
also got...
It has an admirer.
Yeah, they found wired onions in that wild
Wired
onions.
onion.
And that was it.
Electronic onions.
They put a wiretap in you.
They
They
really
hear all
weird
your
in India.
thoughts.
Oh, what did you say, Trent?
They hear all your inner thoughts.
Your
Before
inner carrots.
Before we start climbing up, I'm gonna do just a quick sweep of around here, looking for any sort of goblin trail.
Sure.
Well,
You don't see nothing.
that was that.
Yeah.
That's
Then you make your way up the narrow climbing area. And you do see the kid. He's just kind of standing off, and he looks at you. You didn't die? Did you kill the ghost?
Yep, we killed it. It's dead. Go tell everyone.
He runs off.
then maybe better to get more information on that one.
One of the men tossing stuff down the junk beach kind of looks over. Don't you mind? Kids are always daring each other to go to that island and, to interact with
Seemed like a
the
kid
ghost of the
in his
chopper.
imagination, so.
Yeah, it's nothing to worry about. If anything, maybe they'll finally stop watching over there all day. Or looking for goblins.
Hang on, where did that kid go?
He's kind of ran off this way.
I'd start running in the direction he went.
He chased the kid.
Yeah, I do.
Is the kid booking it?
He's like skipping away. He's not like running.
Because it looks
He
like
does look over his shoulder as you skip along and sees you running at him. Do a diplomacy check for how scary you look right now.
Diplomacy.
Basically, I'm gonna do, diplomacy to see
You're
if you're
full
able
on
to.
sprinting at a boy.
I
see
know.
if
this-
Trying to see if he thinks it's
Diplo-
intimidating. or not.
Yeah, we're trying to see how friendly you can make your run look.
I'm not worried about making it look friendly.
Okay, well there it is. The boy screams and starts running fast.
Wait! Halt!
At that point, I follow on.
Can I?
Thankfully for you, the boy does run by the garrison, and seeing the hero standpoint shouting halt, one of the guards grabs the kid. This kid didn't steal from you, did he?
No. Sorry. I just had to ask him a question.
The kid's just sitting there. He's wide-eyed and horrified.
You can let him go. Kid, can I ask you something?
Okay.
I hear you look over that edge all the time, looking for the ghost.
And the goblins.
How often do you see the goblins?
I used to see them once every week or 2 weeks or so, but I don't see them very much lately.
Did you see him a couple days ago?
Well, other than when I saw my dad smack one in the head with a frying pan.
Nice. I hold up my hand for like a high five.
He gives you a high five.
All right. Sorry about that, kid. I'll hand him a copper.
He takes it, shoves it in his pocket, and runs.
Wow!
All right. Well, thought I'd ask.
Did your friend just chase that little boy as he's running after him?
He probably needed something from the boy.
He looks like he's gonna tear his arms off.
Yeah, Smilers meets up with Siska halfway through. He was like, what was that about?
Oh, the guy said that the kids look over the edge a lot, so I wanted to see if he's seen goblins. But apparently he hasn't seen them for a few weeks.
So they are getting grouped up or something.
It just means they're not visiting their old watering holes.
That means they're going to visit in force.
There has to be a meeting point that they're all getting to before they come. Or go.
Anyway, it's something the sheriff might be interested in.
I don't think
Dude's gone.
Yeah, we can't catch up with him.
No, I know. When he comes back.
It'll be too late by then, wouldn't it?
Okay,
we
I
don't
won't
know.
say anything.
No, it's good information to have.
We'll tell him.
I'm gonna go find more jobs to do.
That's a good idea. Earn some more coin.
I refuse coin from any job. I do.
You really?
All right.
Well, what else do you do when it comes to needs?
Are you asking? Oh, like after a couple jobs, you ask?
Yeah. If you're really like this, like pre bono, just like why do you keep helping people? Like I understand like being a good neighbor, but at the same time, like we both need to make a living.
Well, we're getting paid 125 gold to walk around 150 gold each to run around and help the town, right?
It's a very good point.
I figure I was already paid.
Smothers does think about this considerably. It's like I just understood from how my upbringing is. Smothers does not look like a very like old gnome at all. He looks quite young. Like I just understood that you make money, you proceed in the world. You just don't have much of a burning need for money like other humans do.
Well, I'll say selling that horse got me more money than I've ever had. This job we're doing now is paying triple, quadruple that. I think I'm good.
Interesting.
When I need money again, I'll start doing jobs that'll actually pay me.
What's Ven up to and Thermish during the Sika and Smithers helping people out through town?
I'm
Do
going
a
to help
bit of-
Seke help people.
He's doing a bit of juggling, earning a little bit of money.
Do a
Jiggle, a juggalo for you.
What was that, Josh?
Do a juggle check.
Good juggle. Good juggle. Good juggle. Oh.
I rolled a frickin' 4. What the crap is this?
I know. What? I know. Come on.
Oof.
Still a 12.
It's a bit. Oh God.
Piercing, I guess.
Okay, it's perfect.
So
Some time goes by, You recognize the same kid from before watching you, and then after a bit, he comes over and gives you 1 copper piece. And that's all you make.
Nice.
Really, I that was rolled for too. You make your 1 copper piece.
Oh, that's so funny.
Ben happily takes it, not realizing what has happened.
Money.
Where is Ven doing his juggling?
Probably near wherever they're working.
Okay. Are you? I'm guessing you guys are just kind of helping around the market. It is market day, so it's always busy.
Busy.
Yeah, it works. Stop by the hagfish like twice for a drink.
Sounds good. Makes sense.
A mayor man left our pony where we last were for the kids to pet.
Does Thurish and Smithers join Sika to the hagfish?
Nah, I'd probably just stay outside the hagfish.
Smithers would.
Okay. Then we have to go to the hagfish map. Because as soon as you come in, I gotta get you over there first.
Oh, short gnome guy comes in and shit blows up now, huh? Is that it?
No.
He just likes playing those characters.
It's a good character.
I do.
As you come in, everyone kind of turns around and raises a mug. Ah, it's Sika. Oh, he brought another one of the heroes to Sandpoint. Oh, get him over here. And they're all kind of like beckoning you over and raising their mugs.
Smiley just a little furrow because no one knows his name. He's like, friend of Sika's!
This guy comes over, leans against the bar. Ah,
Hey,
wow.
Jargy.
Hey there, Sika. I see you brought another one of your fellow heroes here.
Yep.
What's your name, huh?
Smithers.
Good to meet you. He extends a hand for a handshake.
He meets it.
Good.
Oh, and
Now
Smilers, quick, take my seat. They're gonna want to see this.
yeah.
I don't want to block their vision.
Did Sika tell you about a little challenge we do here at the Hagfish?
He looks narrowed-eyed. Not that I can recall.
Well, you pay up 2 silver pieces, gets added to this here pouch, and then you take a drink of Nora's drinking water here. He gestures to the hagfish in the tank. And if you're able to keep that down, you get everything in this pouch and your name on one of the rafters.
Smithers looks back and then he looks narrowed at Sika. Like, this is what made you. This is what you did last night.
This place is great. Their food is the best.
Yeah!
Smithers shrugs, not disagreeing. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Everybody's all like leaning on the edge of their seats, looking at Smithers, waiting to see if he takes the challenge.
Sika, are you going to take the challenge?
Well, Sika already took the challenge.
Yeah, I failed, actually.
We're talking to you, little man.
Smithers.
Smithers!
Oh, he squints and smiling at the bartender. Then he pauses and then he pulls out his coin purse.
There we go. Yeah, everyone starts clapping.
He has a very worried look on his face, and he's like, "Ooh." And then he slaps 2 down.
Yeah, everyone starts cheering. Jargy takes those and sticks them in the little pouch and dips the mug into the water. It's nice and viscous. You want my advice? Don't look in the mug. And he slides it over to you.
Takes a deep breath, then he goes for it.
All right, roll a fortitude save.
Nope.
Oh, you're able to hold it down until you hold it in for 1 gag, but then the second gag, all comes out. Everyone still starts clapping and cheering and giving you hard pats on the shoulder, like, good try.
How far did Sika get?
Yeah, further than I did.
I think I rolled a
Sika-
17.
Yeah, Sika's got a 17.
Hearing the cheer, I'll poke my head and like, what the heck's going on?
Oh, now we gotta see if anyone. if anyone sees.
he Smithers looks over. You just see a purple face. Ill, distraught.
As you poke your head in, Thrimish, there's someone points out, "Oi, it's another one of the heroes here."
Alright.
No, I'll drop you over there. I gotta.
Sika looks back and like grimaces a little bit. I don't think he'd like this place.
Do you say that loud enough for people to hear, or just to kind
No,
of
just kind of under my breath. Smithers might have heard it, but that was about it.
Yeah, everyone starts going, hagfish, hagfish.
I look
Come
to
on.
Sika for like a sign.
I give him a weak smile.
You see a now flushed Smithers.
I come in
Oh boy.
just mainly to come check on Smithers.
You see sick on the floor.
Hey, Jargy, let's get him a drink. I'll throw actually, I'll throw a gold at him, and drinks for everyone.
Yeah. Cheers.
Could I use a heal check to see if I don't have like a little herb to help soothe Smithers' stomach?
As soon as he gets close enough, Smithers grabs him by like a piece of clothing. He's like, do the hagfish.
Are you using your healer's kit?
Yeah, I'm using the herb from the healer's kit.
All right, yeah, you definitely have a herb that's at this point his stomach is fine. And the main thing that is making him uncomfortable is the taste is oily and in his mouth. So you give him like a very good palate cleanser.
Ginger.
Yeah, your mouth is it's definitely it does not taste or feel as horrible anymore.
Thank you, Thermish.
Ah, good to see another one of the Sandpoint heroes. Come on, take a seat, take a seat.
But I would recommend at least 2 of us have done this.
Yeah, the pouch is getting pretty fat. Assuming you heard of the challenge.
What challenge is this?
This is the hag. He does the.
This
he does the
spiel
hagfish
again.
spiel again. I don't need to say
Smithers
it.
lays down when he goes off. He's like, ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's 2 silver pieces. You get all of these if you win. It's getting pretty hefty now.
I
And
look
of
to
course, you get your name immortalized on the rafters of the hagfish.
I look to Sika, see if I can't get any sort of nod, grimace.
It's kind of like a grimace, but like a eh, like eh.
I'd give it a shot if he did it.
It's a worry thumbs up.
Oh, he did do it. Gave it his all.
I pay the 2 silver.
All right, you're gonna want to come take a seat for this. Yeah,
Smithers
takes this-
retches just a little bit when he comes over.
All right, takes a deep cup full.
He walks away.
Oops, sorry. All right then. Here you go. Give it your all. He does what he's done every time, but now you notice he does take a good few steps back before people drink.
I'm gonna go for the whole don't even let it like hit the tongue, just straight down like pipe it goes.
All right.
Fortitude.
Save.
No!
Oh,
Ooh.
you
It
tried to
doesn't
do
even
that.
make it. I don't even take
Yeah.
a sip. It touches the lips and it's.
Well,
Nope.
I like to think 'cause you tried to do the whole thing, right? So it starts going in, but then one drop touches your tongue, and your body's immediately just like, no, we don't want this in me anymore.
Also,
No,
you're trying to
no.
vomit while also trying to drink, so it's just you're choking on it.
Just immediately, like, your mouth shuts as soon as it touches your tongue. You don't drink a ton of it, thankfully, but you do immediately have to spit out what you did get. Oh,
Yeah!
good try, yeah! Everyone starts cheering, and you get a few hearty claps on the shoulder.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as willful as my friend.
Aye, don't worry about it. It's a
Smithers,
rare pleasure to get your name on these here rafters.
Smithers crawls up to the stool and asks, how'd it go?
Well, I didn't lose my stomach.
Now, let me tell you, no ale tastes better after a sip of her water. I'll tell you what. he gets a few mugs and starts passing them out, and of course starts passing them out to the rest of the patrons.
I'll second that as well.
Granted, Smithers, it never hit the stomach.
I envy you for that. and he drinks his ale.
Hey, good courage on you though, Gish.
Thanks. I've got to try to step out of my bounds every now and again.
Smithers finishes his ale and gives him a smile. It's like, yeah, thanks.
You
Who
actually got
knows?
it down too, Smithers.
Oh yeah, I'm impressed. You two especially. Good work. Most people end up more like your friend here, Gish. You said?
Yeah, this is my brother, Thrimish.
Ah, Thermish. Good to meet you. He holds out a hand for you.
I'll shake it.
Well, can I do you for some dinner? Got some fresh catch today.
What do you have?
Some lunch.
Well, you see, I did some diving earlier. Got some starfish.
What does that taste like?
You can eat a starfish.
Oh, you can once you crack them open.
What even is a starfish?
It's an amazing creature.
Oh my. I have much to show you. He picks up one of the starfish that's currently grilling on the stove over here. Not quite a fish, really, but you can no doubt see the star shape.
Yeah, easily enough.
Now what you gotta do is get to the edges here. He kind of like puts it on the table and gets a knife and kind of levers it under where the soft underside of the starfish is now that it's cooked, becomes slightly separated from the top part. You got leverage a knife right in here, and he levers it, and the top part kind of pops off and leaves behind a lump of star-shaped white meat.
Huh.
And you got yourself a meal.
I'll take 2.
All right, that's 2 copper apiece.
I have a very bizarre question.
Mhm.
Do you have cuttlefish?
Ooh, I'll roll for that.
I eat 2 starfish as well, so I'll remove that.
Cuttlefish are more of a deep sea thing, unfortunately. Not quite able to find those here in our humble little bay.
I've had it only once and desired it ever since, but that is okay.
Well, as much as I hate supporting the competition, you'd probably have better luck in Magnamar.
he waves a hand. What else do you have besides starfish?
It's also only competition if you travel.
That's true.
Points.
Starfish. We also got, your normal cod. Everything I sell here is stuff I caught myself this morning.
May I have fish and chips,
Can't help you on the chips, but I can help you on the fish.
please?
That'll be 2 copper as well. He makes an assumption that the 2 starfish you wanted, Sika, was for you and Thermish?
No, I take 2, and then
you
Thrimish
take
also
2.
paid for 2.
Oh, okay. I misheard. Yeah, he hands
4
out a plate of
starfish.
2 and a plate of 2, and then he starts filleting a nice cod.
And I've rolled so high on all of the fish-based dishes
I'll let you
that I'm
roll-
just gonna
yeah.
say he likes fish food.
One thing I like to do for those is you can give yourself a bonus to your D10
Okay.
to
yeah.
see how much of a win it is.
Yeah. I like
Dang.
I like starfish, apparently.
Yeah. It's nice and chewy.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of food that's chewy and cooked in the Cinderlands.
That's why I asked for cuttlefish. I was like, I never ate starfish, but cuttlefish, like, that's chewy and delicious.
And you get slid your wonderful fillet, Mr. Smithers, and it is pretty good.
Much better than the bugs we ate.
Heck yeah.
I don't know. I like the bug.
Well, you see where we're from. The only real tough thing you get is insects. And not
Or,
the small ones
or
either.
poorly cooked meat. Yeah.
The one thing I do miss is a nice shell-fried beetle.
Fire beetle?
Yeah,
Mm.
just cook it in its shell, it comes out nice and spicy.
Sounds like an acquired taste.
Sounds delicious.
A common meal where we're from.
Mm.
Prob-
Interesting.
Probably similar to your like generic fish, fillet like he's got. But for inlanders.
Yeah. Cinderlands, huh?
Hmm?
Yeah, I was near the Cinderlands once. Upon hearing that, everyone kind of like turns and like starts listening in as if like they've heard this sort of start before.
Smells
Yes, in fact, it's how I lost. This story involves how I lost my leg here. He pats his leg.
I
You
look
see?
at the leg. Can I tell if it's real or fake?
Oh, it's very obviously a peg leg.
Okay. You just I didn't know if it was a peg or not because he tapped his leg. I didn't know he had a peg.
How long
Okay,
ago was
okay.
this?
This would have been, well, I was far more handsome before I founded the Hagfish. A good 12, 13 years or so. I was a devilishly handsome young lad. And I decided to take a fishing trip up to the Storval Plateau. But my damn map was printed wrong, you see. And I found myself a bit west of there. You see, just west of the Storval Plateau, there is an old lake. They call it the Storval Deep. And I thought, well, I'm out here fishing, so I might as well fish at this old lake. I had to climb up some mountains and all this stuff to get to it. And I finally got there. It was quite the ordeal. And then I started fishing. And it was going wonderfully. I even was able to bring my canoe. However, once my fishing pole got pulled down, and it started pulling and pulling so hard that my boat started to sink with the force. And out of the water comes the Black Maga herself. Everyone in the crowd kind of, whoa. The damned multi-tentacled, big-headed thing burst out of the water and gripped me right by the leg. If I wasn't near the shore and couldn't grab onto a tree, I would have had the rest of me pulled off with me leg. And I was able to hobble back home using nothing but my fishing pole as a walking stick.
Thermos is slowly finding holes in the story. Being out on a canoe, but being close enough to the shore to grab a tree.
You can do a sense motive check.
Oh, Sika drinks it in.
Yeah, Smithers is too, because he's just like too sick for the fish and also just too hungry to eat.
And that's how I lost my poor leg. And this guy over here is like, oh, that's nothing. You want to hear about how I lost my pinky finger? And everyone turns over. And then during his story, that's a lot similar to Jargy's. Jargy leans over. Oh, now this is a little pastime we do. We call it yarning. Remember, true stories only. And he gives you a real obvious wink. And everyone just listens in raptly as people start telling almost hilariously over-exaggerated stories about missing body parts or missing family members or all sorts of stuff.
Smithers buys into it all. He's just too sick to realize it's false.
With the wink and the similar stories, Sika definitely probably gets the idea.
Yeah. It's obvious enough. But yeah, this continues on until you guys leave.
Yeah. Sika will stand up and tell a story.
Ooh.
Let me tell you the time I lost my scalp, and he rubs his hand over his burned head.
You get a few ooh.
Was once out hunting in the Cinderlands with nothing but my spear, and I came across what looked to be a large black scale of some sort. Unknown what it went to. I picked it up. However, the beast was underneath. A dragon's maw lifts out of the ground and burned at me. Sprayed fire at me. However, I was able to duck out of the way, losing only the top of my head.
What happened to the dragon?
You hear like a little thing, and all his hair.
Well, I was able
Just
to...
escape?
I smashed the scale back down, which seemed to be trapping it in the first place. Never went by it again.
Wow. Yeah, people eat it up as much as they've been eating up the rest of the tales.
You could probably still go out there and find it to this day.
Yeah, some whispers and then some good nods of a good yarn told. But yeah, pretty soon you guys are done with your starfish and cod fillet.
Thank you, Jargy. Delicious as always.
My pleasure. Glad you like it. It's been a pleasure having you around again.
Yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. Drinks around noon.
Yeah, you can see everyone kind of like, oh yeah, I'll be there. Another reason I like you is you're admittedly very good for business. He gives you a big smile and a wink.
Fair enough. Alright, guys. We should probably continue our rounds.
Probably. Sorry, I've been in and out of my accent all night. I'm really sorry.
That is A-okay.
I'm sure Sika doesn't sound the same ever.
Never ever same
just-
with anybody else.
Yeah, slightly raspy, and that's all I got.
Yeah, it's fine. It's hard to keep a voice for that long. Then you were kind of sticking around them with your juggling. Were you just staying outside and continuing to juggle that whole time?
I would have stopped and just waited for them.
All right.
As
Oh,
we're
I would have
walking out-
I would actually grab something to eat, like a skewer or something.
All right. Yeah, you could easily find something like that in the market for probably just a couple copper as well.
Street meat.
As we're walking out, I would have said, I think Ven would like this place.
I don't think he would at all. He hates people.
True. Why does he hang around us then?
And why is he a performer if he hates people?
It's unknown. It seems very strange.
What smells like
Oh.
puke and fish?
Try this piece again.
Nice!
That was so well timed.
Sika puts his hands on both the people next to him. On Smither's head because he can't reach his shoulder.
He's on a pony. He's just puking over the shoulder.
Fun.
Maybe you should come with us sometime. The people love it. Oh.
Just spits out everything else. He looks Ven down in the eyes like, I'm fine.
It looks
He's
fine.
clearly not fine.
Yep. Look 100%.
As you guys start making your way, Ven, you finished your skewer and you guys are kind of together now. From a house over here, someone comes running down. You're the heroes, right? You see a lady running down, holding a baby and clutching the arm of a child that she's towing behind her. You need to get to my house quickly. It's an emergency.
An emergency? I draw my Earthbreaker.
My son here, he's been complaining about seeing a goblin at night, and we thought it was just like a monster under the bed sort of thing, but it's not. And she shows you the boy's arm that has bite marks on it. My husband's back there, but I don't know if he's okay.
May I roll a
Hey, what?
nature check to see if I can identify these bite marks?
Sure thing.
Can I use sense of motive?
Yes.
Worry not, ma'am. We're on the case. And as they're doing that, I walk away.
Yeah. Thermish, you can, from the goblins you saw gnawing people's ankles, and I think you even got gnawed on the ankles a bit on the big day. These do match the size and shape of goblin teeth. And then you can tell that she is telling the truth. However, she is clearly in shock.
I take
Start-
off after Sika.
Let's just start following Sika.
Yes, you run down. She stays back watching you worriedly. As you approach the house, which is quite obvious with the door wide open, you notice that the house is silent.
Not a good sign. I go running in.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
yes.
right with him.
You run inside.
I check for tracks.
Yes, you run in and
It jumps you.
12, not bad.
you are able to follow with your survival. You're able to quickly tell where the ruckus ran from. You can tell which way the source of the ruckus is based on where she must have run out of. Just like where some things are knocked over and doors are left open. And you quickly find what appears to be a kid's room. And laying down on their stomach, you see a rather rotund man with his head in a wardrobe.
Does he look like he's breathing at all?
No.
I kick his leg.
It wobbles.
I begin
Wow.
searching.
As
the
you're
room.
close enough to see him, you quickly see from that angle that he is laying with his head in a hole that is in the wardrobe. His neck kind of flush with it. And as you are this close, you can see it kind of moving slightly, like it's being tampered with.
I kind of make the motion for like a shush. Point to Sika, point to the man's ankles, and make the yanking sign.
Sika will do so.
And as you do, the body is moved, and you see a wild-eyed goblin glaring at you and screaming as it's pulled away, as the body's pulled away, and he just rears up, hungry, and he leaps out. Roll for initiative. Actually, no, don't do that yet. I'm going to put you on a little temporary battle map so we can visualize things. Let's see. Did Smithers follow them in? Really?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Should have drawn this up earlier. Oops. All right. This is just a little mock of the map. You see that this is the wardrobe that he is currently in, and that is the door out. And now you can roll finish it.
Okay, me and Sika would probably be switched places.
Because I just yanked his ankles.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Thermos who yanked the ankles. My bad.
No, I'm weak as crap, dude. Of course I'm leaving all the heavy lifting to Sika.
I'm sorry, anyone can yank a body.
Far as you know.
As you guys were prepared for this, there is no surprise round. So, Sika, you go first.
All right. So is he in he's in a tiny hole in a wardrobe?
Yeah, there's like a wardrobe, and then there's like a hole in the back of the wardrobe that goes into the wall. Like he's in a little crawl space.
All right. So I will step forward, and I would like to.
Oh, important note, you do find there is a dog with a knife in its neck in the room.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Another dead dog.
Yeah. This campaign's like JoJo, it kills a lot of dogs.
So I'm going to Blood Rage. My head catches fire. I guess I probably shouldn't put it there, so I'm just gonna attack it. Oh!
Oh, doesn't confirm though, damn. Definitely hits though. You do a hit for a. Oh wait, it doesn't matter. You step up and immediately swing your hammer in like horizontal wise and flatten the goblin's face.
Good combat, everyone. Good combat.
Good fight, good fight.
Are there
GG.
more?
How do you go about investigating that?
I just take a peek behind him. down the hole.
He's sort of the right size of it. You might have to pull him out to see.
Yeah, I grab him by the head and just throw him behind me.
Is the guy dead?
The guy is very dead. You see that there is a shard of a knife of a very shoddy looking knife in his neck. Pulling the goblin out, you see that the area back there is only just about the size for that goblin.
Dub's not telling the wife.
I could tell her. Is there anything else in the hole that would give any clue as to, like, is there another secret entrance or any items in there?
None that you can see other than a small collection of what appear to be goblin droppings.
Oh.
The goblin itself does not seem to be dead just yet. It is dying, but you did not slay it.
I bring it. I grab it by the ankle. Start dragging it out front. And once I'm out front with me holding its ankle, I'm gonna use my incendiary touch.
Wait! He comes over and takes the ears.
Ah.
Okay. Once he does that, I use touch of combustion.
All right, yeah. The goblin burns. The lady comes over. Oh, thank God you got them. Is my husband?
Unfortunately, ma'am, he seemed to try and fight it off valiantly, but we got there a little too late.
She seems to take a moment to fully react to that.
How's the boy look?
He still seems to be in just absolute shock. He's just kind of staring around with very wide eyes.
Does he look hurt at all?
Still mildly. Not bleeding, but probably sore.
I'll go through and try to use some medicine on him, help him feel a little bit better.
Ma'am, do you mind if we take a quick look around your house, see if there's anywhere it could have come from?
Of course. She kind of like collapses a little, like onto her side, like on her knees.
Ven, do you want to?
Ven catches her and puts her down slowly so it just doesn't drop.
Yeah.
I guess I've got the kid in my arms now. She was going down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she does have the baby as well.
Smithers, would you want to get a couple guards?
Sure.
As you start to go, Smithers, the guard does come running around the way.
He'll do a quick Yui. It's like, there you are.
Oh, good thing you guys were here. Oh, I take it things didn't go well.
2 casualties. 1 person, 1 dog.
He moves over to the lady. All right. Probably best if we have you stay at the cathedral tonight, if that's all right. And she's weeping at this point, and he just kind of helps her up and starts helping her away.
Okay, I'm now babysitting apparently.
No, I mean he kind of like the guard gives you a look and kind of like you like head tilts, like head nods, beckons you over.
I'll finish quickly bandaging the kid's legs or wherever he was bit.
It was his arm.
Quickly bandage his arm and send him off. Or go with the guard, depending on what he was wanting us to do.
The guard was trying to get you to go with him to take the kids with him.
Okay, I'd follow. I'd say, I'll be back in a second as I follow the kid.
Yeah.
And then I spend a while searching the house.
I help him with it.
You can.
Can we take long enough?
Yeah, you can take 20 on perception checks.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah. So you spend enough time to thoroughly pour over everything. And it, from what you can see, there's not really any signs that you can find that the goblin came in here within like the last 2 days or so. So what that tells you is that goblin has been stuck in there for a long time.
Stuck.
Where did the goblin? Is there any sign that the goblin hasn't been here for a while?
I mean, there are the signs of like the droppings and stuff in there. However, there aren't really any signs of it coming in that you can find. However, that sort of thing, it is a lived-in house. There's all kinds of things that move and evidence changes.
Hey, Ven, does that wardrobe lock?
Then checks.
It does not.
So can we remove the?
The wardrobe.
Yeah.
You can scoot it to the side and better reveal the tunnel. With your nat 20s or your take 20s, you are able to tell that this was definitely like kind of haphazardly created by goblin hands.
I wonder how many other places have goblins hiding in between them.
That's apparently a question we're gonna have to ask, isn't it?
Want to ask the next people over with them?
You wanna start talking to people, and I think I'll take this body to the cathedral.
All right.
I assume that's the proper place to take it.
This sounds
With his wife there.
She will probably want to be there when they bury it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Sika will use his bed roll or sorry, he doesn't have bedroll. He just has a large blanket that he covers it in, wraps it in.
Okay.
And he's gonna
Yeah.
carry it, not like bridal style, just through the town. Taking side roads.
Fair enough. There are plenty of side roads on your way.
Ben asks people if anything strange has happened to their anything weird, anything pretty much is just asking if anything weird is happening to their house, like something they can hear or something.
By now, most of the houses nearby have a few families standing outside of them, curious about the commotion. So it's easy to get a hold of them. However, each of them, they're just kind of, no, I haven't noticed anything odd. Why don't you go check the wardrobe? And they start like checking things, but no
Probably
one seems to
best
have
to
any
check.
issues.
Did it look like when we were looking for it? Did it look like he burrowed himself, or
Yes.
so weird?
Mm-hmm.
So just-
Yeah, soon you get to the cathedral. Absolar Xantis sees you approaching as he was sort of waiting, and kind of gestures for. He comes out. Oh, take that out to the back. I'd like to do some preparation on it. Make sure it's representable for her. She's very heartbroken about this.
Of course. Do you want the dog's body too?
That might be good for the boy.
Okay. I'll deliver this and go back for it.
Thank you.
Also, if you could let Thermish know we might need his services. There's some blood left in some of the wood of the floor.
I will fetch it. And yeah, Xantis gets to you. Were you heading back, Thermish, after putting the kid there?
If someone had taken the kid from him, yes.
Okay, yeah. So, Absolar then lets you know. Oh, he's on his way back right now. And soon, you guys both eventually arrive back at the scene.
Learn anything, Ben?
No one I know of.
So
No one has found any more goblins, so best I can see.
All right. Thermish, your spell can get blood out of wood, right?
I believe so. I've never tried before, and I tried prestidigitation on it.
Yeah, it's easy enough to clean that out.
Awesome. Also, this blanket's going to need to be cleaned as I wrap the dog in the blanket.
I'll be a good person and I won't tell you the dog's name because it has one, and that's just sad. Yeah, I take it you take that back to the cathedral.
Where'd Smithers go?
I think he's just hanging around the scene.
I thought it was Ven.
Yeah, so you're just around the scene right now.
Yeah, just hanging out.
And soon you have the dog dropped off as well. You find Absolar Xanthus getting together some proper funeral stuff.
Do you require anything else?
No, this will be it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're a good man, Santis.
You're very good yourself, Sika. And he gives you a very like a warm smile, but it's like the kind of warm. It's like a warm for the how things are right now.
Yeah. I return it and then head back to the party.
All right. At this point, it is getting pretty late. What do you guys do?
I would make sure. What house was it that we found the body and girl at?
This one. Excellent.
Oh, that's far away from the cathedral.
Yes.
I would do a walk along the pier just to make sure that there's no other people running out with goblins.
Sure. Yeah, going around you don't see any. The only thing you see is some people whispering about the event that you were there at. Rumors travel fast here.
So it would seem.
Yeah. But do you guys do anything else?
Well, do we want to do any sort of patrols or somebody
They
mentioned?
have their own patrols. So.
Yeah, I know just somebody mentioned it, so
I thought it could be a good idea, but I do agree it's not necessarily our job to patrol.
With what's happened tonight, I think it'd be a good idea for us to patrol. It would make our presence known, it would go through and grant peace.
all right. I'll see if I can join the guard patrols. Maybe better to have a backup, and I don't want all of us awake at the same time.
I was just thinking about morning. Oh, no, I guess it's better to do overnight patrols too.
A rotate shift may be good too.
So are you guys rotating the shifts?
Yeah, just joining like a nighttime guard patrol for a few hours.
Okay.
Is Sika's suggestion.
All right. Is everyone going along with it?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Just stay up a little late, we'll sleep in a little bit tomorrow. Still stay as a party.
How does Ven feel about it?
Ben just follows the leader.
Are you gonna do the patrol though at night on your own?
He takes maybe 2 hours and then he goes to the
You go
dragon.
back early.
Well, 2 hours is basically about what we would do anyway, right?
That's true. Yeah, it would be about 2 hours.
2 hours per person.
Yeah. You just don't coordinate yours with the others as you're in a different room.
Yep, pretty much.
It may overlap, but you did your part.
Yeah. And your watch of the town is fairly peaceful. There is only I'll roll. Thermish, you do end up helping the guards handle a bit of a situation at another local tavern, Cracktooth's Tavern. They're a very irate man who's very drunk is starting fights, and you have to kind of step in and help him and take him to the garrison to sober up. But other than that, the watches are actually quite peaceful. You get to enjoy Sandpoint at its quietest time. You can hear the waves from anywhere with how quiet it is. And you guys, eventually, I'm guessing you guys all end your rests so that you'll all be waking up at the inn, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, who would take the last shift?
Sika would do any shift, not picky.
I'd say maybe
Vanna's first.
I could roll for it if you want.
Roll it.
All right. So Ven, you specifically were first. Okay, Sika, you decided to take the last one.
All right.
And as you come back to the Rusty Dragon, you lay down in your room, and you are only down. You're expecting to only get about an hour or two of rest. However, mere minutes after you rest your head, there comes a brisk knock at the door.
Yep, Sika will stand up first before the other two probably even fully wake up. Hello.
Well, let me bring it over. Yes. You open the door and you see a very familiar halfling maid. I'm a bit concerned. Normally, Ameko is up by now and preparing breakfast, but she wasn't there, and I may have snooped a little bit, and I found a concerning note.
Let's see it. By the way,
She,
good morning, Bethana. You know.
Oh, yes. Good morning. She is very much clearly very scared. It's written in Tian, the native language of hers, but I was able to translate it. She's taught me a bit. She presents this letter.
Hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well and with some free time on your hands, because we've got a problem. It's to do with Father. Seems like you might have something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins. I didn't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both know he'd weasel us out of it. You've got some pull in town, though. If you can meet me at the Glassworks at midnight tonight, maybe we can figure out how he can face the punishment he deserves. Knock twice, then 3 times more, and then once more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress upon you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you know, these local rubes would assume you and I were in on this whole thing too, wouldn't you? Or don't you? They've got no honor at all around these parts. I still don't understand how you can stay here. Stand to stay here. Anyway, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well, ones I'd rather talk to you about in person. Don't be late.
Tsudo is her brother. However, they were not. They didn't stick around in Sandpoint very long. You see, her brother was a half-elf, and well, neither of their parents are elves. So, he was sent off. But I know that for a while, Ameko was keeping in contact with him for a while, but he's I don't know, a bit of a, I don't want to say a troublemaker, but a troubled one.
I appreciate you bringing this to me.
She nods.
We'll go immediately.
Thank you very much.
Gish, Smithers, you awake? Did you hear
Only
any of
from
that?
the last 30 seconds where you said something about a glass mill.
Yep.
Smiler stirs.
Gear up. We're leaving. Somebody go get Ven. I'll get us some breakfast.
I'll do it.
I'll put something together for you.
Of course.
She puts together a very quick breakfast, probably some like scrambled eggs.
I was just picturing toasted bread with maybe a bit of.
Yeah,
Ham.
that probably is much quicker. Yeah. So
We all run to the glass mill with a piece of toast in our mouths.
yeah, and then the anime OPO plays. And I'm guessing Ven, who goes gets Ven?
I did.
All right, Ven, how did you react?
I open the door, look at Smithers. What does he say?
We need to leave. He's not happy about his expression about saying this because he's so very tired.
He just stares at him. Fine.
Come on, get dressed. We'll leave soon. There's food on the table.
Attach his jacket. Gets all ready.
All right, yeah. Then you make your way down and have a very swift breakfast.
As they're eating, between mouthfuls, Sika fills everybody in.
And while you're eating, I think let's see, these people wouldn't be here.
Hello, people.
Ooh, how interesting!
Good
We're here
morning.
all day long.
How's it going?
Am I even in?
I always put you in the GM layer because you're on another floor, so I sometimes forget to put you back. But Bethana tells you a bit more. Her, from what I remember her saying, her father forbade, Ameko's father, that is, forbade her from seeing her brother again, and she didn't see him for a long time until their mother's funeral, where, Tsudo quite publicly accused their father of murdering her mother.
So was he the wife's son or the father's son? Since he's a half.
The wife's. The father didn't like him very much. During the funeral, though, Longiku, Mameko's father, nearly broke Tsudo's jaw with his cane. And then Tsudo hasn't been back since. I would have told Sheriff Hemlock, but I heard that he was out of town.
We're kind of the replacements for now.
Good. I figured if anyone could do it, it would be you. Anyway, don't let me slow you down.
You sure you can handle this, Matchstick? You look pretty tired.
Oh, don't worry. I got about as much sleep as the rest of you. Just earlier.
Fair enough.
If anything, I'm probably the most awake.
That's true. You didn't just wake up.
Oh,
Ven is probably the most awake out of the second most awake.
Yeah.
What time of morning is it? What time of day?
It would be like 5 in the morning.
Okay, so he's behaving like it would actually be.
Yeah, it's dark outside. In fact, it's dark in here. It's really only lit by Bethana's candle.
Yeah. Sika will drop a gold on the table. Let's go.
It's still morning, so I guess one of us needs to light a torch.
And I just paid for everybody's breakfast. No need to worry.
Then lights one of his torches.
All right. Yeah, you light a torch and make your way over.
He pulls out the torch, and I just ray of flame it real quick.
Yeah,
No
that
need to mess with the tinderbox.
makes it nice and quick. On your way over, the sun is like beginning to rise, just barely. Everything's still dark, but you can kind of like see off in the distance the sky is starting to turn orange. And let me.
So where are we heading?
The glass mill.
Yes.
All right.
Which,
But Donna, where's the glass mill?
Oh, right.
We come back. Where's the glass mill? I'm guessing she would have told us.
Yeah, she tells you now. And she directs you to the Sandpoint Glassworks. So over there.
Big building.
Big building. And you make your
Hey,
way
look,
there.
it's right next to where the goblin attack was.
That is
Indeed.
true.
And you arrive at the Glassworks. Now, I know that Jackson, you said that you would have to go at like 9:45, and this is kind of the start of a thing. So, this might be a decent place to stop, so you don't have to stop halfway through anything.
Right.
Okay.
That might be a good stop because I don't know how long combat will be.
If there's combat.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. See, if you want to see more, head to our channel, check out some of our other stuff, and until next time, we'll see you around the campfire.
See ya.
Bye.
Roll a survival.